Okay, it's time for a new video, and this is something a little bit different. Normally I don't do clothes, and as you can see, it's of a jacket, and more in particular, it's a bomber jacket. This is one of my first bomber jackets I've ever owned. Um, it's something that I saw in my local Peacock store, and I was kind of iffing and butting on whether or not I should get it or not, and some of it is more to do with that. It's kind of this fashion of the fashion of bomber jackets seem to come in and out over the years, and then my brother had one, and it kind of looked really cool. So I thought, I thought myself, I've always wanted to get one, and one day I will treat myself to one. Normally, I tend to wear like, especially in the winter, like the long winter jackets, the really long, narrow tailored fit jackets, the long ones. And then in the summer, I tend to like wear obviously like the jean jackets, or my particular one of my favorite jackets is that I've got like a biker jacket that I've had for years, and I've got like another biker jacket which is not leather like my other one, but it looks like a biker jacket, but it's more of a kind of a plastically nylon material feel to it. So that's the kind of jackets I wear. So this will be my first one. As I said, my brother had a bomber jacket, and one day because he hasn't been wearing it in ages, I tried it out, and I liked the look of it. Although it was a little bit big for me because it's a bigger frame than me. So yeah, I was always on the lookout for one. Now, this one I got from my local, as I said before, from the Peacock store. Um, Depending on where you live in the UK, you probably have one in your town or one nearby. This one is a navy color, and it was for £32.99. I bought this out of my Christmas money, so I didn't really have to sit there and spend anything in buying it. Now, a few months ago, I did River Island, another UK store. There's not many of them now. Did have a selection of biker jackets, but they had been very different colors. I think they had like grey, beige. I didn't see blue, but they had black. But the other ones were slightly more expensive. About 50 quid for the black ones, 50 quid plus for the black ones, and for the lighter colors, a little bit cheaper in terms of the price. And I was hoping that obviously that with the January sale, which obviously now in February, that it may be that the jackets will drop down in price, and especially obviously that although we're still in winter, and obviously a couple of months that we move to spring, that what they would do is that they would move along their line, and then they would get cheaper. Now they did have a selection when I was there a couple of weeks ago of bomber jackets, but I think they were more of a grey, and they were a little bit cheaper, but unfortunately they weren't at my size. They were XXL, which 100% definitely wouldn't fit. It probably literally would be two of me, so it definitely wouldn't have fit. So as I've been in the Peacock store a couple of times, and I saw the jacket in it, and I was like debating on whether or not whether or not I should get it, and eventually I did. Now, as I said before, that I did mention that River Island did sell it. Now, for the couple of reasons why I decided to go for this one rather than the River Island one was the River Island one was especially the black one that I had, which was nice, was £50 plus. It may have been about 50 quid, but it was definitely under £60. And the particular one was in black, although as you can see there, it didn't have the zip on it. And one of the things that made me choose this one compared to the River Island one was the fact that this one, although both these bomber jackets, the Peacocks one I've got here and the River Island one, both of them are not padded. But for me, the actual material of this one felt a lot thicker and a lot more rigid. So that's why I went for the Peacock one, and obviously the price obviously helped as well in terms of making my decision, and obviously the color also was good. A couple of weeks ago, they did have the blue colored bomber jackets, but they were more of a much lighter blue, and that's what kind of put me off in wanting to get it at the time. But when I was in there today, which would have been on the 13th of February, or it's 14th now, So happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Well, whenever this video comes out, um, they had this particular colour, which is navy. Although I don't know if it comes across well on the camera, or if I have to put a white background, obviously, because my sofa is black. And believe it or not, I was trying to debate on how to film this because of the trying to fit the jacket all into one frame. And obviously, because the jacket is a darker colour and my sofa's black, obviously I didn't want how well it would come out on video, so that's why I'm having to do it handheld. So I apologise for it being a little bit shaky, because I'm filming it with my left hand. So as I said before, the this one was a little thicker. Although both jackets from River Island, and the River Island one and the Peacock one aren't padded in any shape or form. So with this one being a little bit more thick and a bit rigid, so it's going to keep its shape, whether or not I'm wearing it or got it hanged up, this is the one I decided to do. Sit there and pick, and as I said before, the price was a good factor, and because it's a dark color, a dark blue, or I'd say navy, I didn't mind getting this cheaper one and then not getting the other one, which would have been more expensive than it would have been. And then obviously the other one was black. Although I do love black jackets, I don't mind dark as long as the jacket is really dark. That didn't bother me too much, because because the color was still good. So I think I definitely made the right choice in terms of the jacket. One of the things I'd say, although it looks a bit wrinkled, because obviously it's got a I don't know what material it's more of a plastic kind of vinyl material, so it's definitely not going to be suitable for ironing. So if you're thinking of even attempting that, whether you buy the River Island one or the Peacock one, I definitely would not recommend doing that. It's something that you will not be able to do. As I said before, both the jackets from both two different stores are not padded, so kind of bear that in mind. The bomber jacket that my brother's got, he's got obviously a bigger frame than me. He's got his one is much more. It's not it's not, as you can see, this one's more of a tailored narrow fit. The one he's got is a lot more baggier and has padding in the inside of it, and the outside of the jacket on his one is actually cotton. So with his one, if it'd be easy to wash when to put it into the wash machine, as long as you put it in a low temperature. And even if it wasn't, and his jacket was a bit creased up, it will be his one would be able to be his one could be ironed, as long as you sit there and don't have to set in too high, because obviously things can still burn and melt. But obviously with this one and the River Island one, you could not do that around. So again, as I said before, bear that in mind. Now, when I did go in there, they had only like a few sizes left. They had one medium left, which is what this one is, and they had a couple large, and the rest of them were XXL. And I wasn't sure as to what fit to get, because sometimes, I don't know if people have this problem it's the same problem I have this with jackets, even with trousers, whether it's trousers or jeans or normal casual trousers as well, and sometimes even with trainers, where depending on the actual cut of and even with shirts as well, and even t-shirts, depending on the actual cuts, sometimes most of the time I can wear a medium, but for the most part, depending on how it's cut, I have to wear a large. Although I'm not a really big person, although I've lost weight and I do kind of work out, I pretty have a decent physique. So again, for me, it depends on the cut of the clothing the clothing that I'm going to be wearing. So I tried out the large, and the length of the sleeves were kind of decent, but where I had the problem for me, what I didn't like is round the actual collar. It sagged a bit too much on both the left and the right. Not the collar, should I say? It would be the collarbone here, or should I say the shoulder blades of the actual jacket. Sorry. What I found with the large is that it kind of sagged here. So when I was wearing it unzipped, it was kind of like crunching up because it felt a little bit too big. And round the kind of rib cage area was a little bit too baggy. Now when open it was kind of fine, but when it was kind of closed again, it felt like it was bulging a little bit here. And I probably could have got away with it. But what I liked about the medium one is that the shoulder part of the actual jacket on the medium sized one just completely fitted my shoulders perfectly. And even when this was unzipped, the actual breast part of the actual going down to with the chest and tummy completely stretched across my body. The only way to kind of describe that, it would be like wearing a tailored shirt where it's completely contoured to your body. So it's like a really good tight narrow fit. So that's why I chose that. And then even unzipped, it was still contoured, and unzipped, it was the same way. So that's why I decided to go for the medium size one, and because I tend to like narrower, tighter fitting clothes, whether it's with jackets or even, especially with t-shirts and with shirts. I don't like the one shirts where they're kind of a bit too baggy. I prefer more of as for a tailored fit where it just contoured your body. And again, if you're somebody that keeps in shape, which I try to do, it tends it tends to look a lot better on my body. Because I've heard this piece of advice that, even so, for example, when it comes, obviously this is being Valentine's Day, that when it comes to women and you know how you present yourself, and it's not about how much you spend on a piece of clothing that makes you look good. It's whether or not that clothing that you've bought looks good in you. So, for example, you could buy a jacket for say £200-300, and even if you sit there and you get the right size jacket, you could put that £300 jacket on you and it just doesn't suit your frame. But then you could sit there and spend a jacket for like 30 and 50 quid. It's much cheaper, but the actual jacket fits your frame perfectly. And this is what I felt that this particular jacket did, and then with this particular size and the actual cut of the actual jacket, which is which is what I liked. And then I've tried it on, and with family members have seen me in it, and they've actually said, "Oh yeah, it fits you nicely." So I'm kind of happy about that. This is something that, because I like wearing my jeans tight. I can't wear skinny jeans because I've got tree trunk legs. My legs are really thick, so I can't wear skinny jeans. But jeans in general, I tend to wear very like tight jeans, and I think this is something that would work very well if you was wearing like a jumper underneath, especially winter. You could wear like a granddad shirt, as they call them, the long t-shirts, or even if you like wear t-shirts, which is what I tend to wear, whether it's my plain t-shirts, which again tight fitting, or my superhero t-shirts, which you've seen in my collection, this would be perfect to wear zipped or unzipped. And also this is the kind of jacket where you could still wear it in the winter, and as we call it in the UK, and you could wear it in the autumn, and you could still, and also in springtime, although it's obviously it's less from spring, it's leaned to summer, although it's a little bit warmer, but still not warm enough to a point where you could walk out, go around just walk in a t-shirt and jeans or shorts all day. That this would still be a jacket that you could still wear all seasonally around, even in the summer if it's not too piping hot. So that's the reason why, as before, I got this jacket. It's again the only difference between the material between this one and as for the River Island one is that the River Island one, especially the black one, the one they had on display, was a lot shinier, especially when light hits it. Whereas and then a little bit thinner. Whereas this one obviously is a lot more duller in terms of the material, and it seems a little bit thicker. But both jackets aren't padded. The only sense of padding is when obviously you look around the actual collar. Sorry about that. I'm tripping over something. Or obviously around the cuffs of the actual sleeves, and obviously at the bottom here where and that you got here, both of which obviously that's like a cotton material which is elasticated. Same thing with this, cotton elasticated, and the same thing with this, and it's elasticated as well. So again, I'm really happy with this purchase. Obviously getting them from Peacocks for $32.99. They they did do other colours before when I was there a couple of weeks ago, where they had a lighter blue. I've seen beige there but I didn't see black. The only time I ever saw this in black was if you go to their website, which is easy to find, just put in Peacock store, because obviously I know there's a streaming site called Peacocks, and on their site they did do this in black and had other colors available. And again, when it comes to the colors and obviously the sizes, this is also will vary in your Peacock store wherever you are in the UK, in terms of what colours they have available and what sizes that they have available. So much so that I've even still got the actual thing, and I can try and zip this. Obviously this won't fall, so I'm doing this one-handed. And one of these days I'm gonna have to invest in a so I can get this zip all the way down. Okay, and as you can see, the actual lining, you can see that I don't know if it's gonna show very well, but you can see that it's not very it's kind of very thin. There's a little bit of line. There's no padding, I would say, but there is a little bit of lining, as you can see in the actual jacket. Now, again, because of and you can see the price there. I paid 32. It wasn't 39, so it's by extra pound in there. It doesn't make any difference. That's £32, and it's a medium. And as you can see Peacocks. You can see the site, so you can pause that and then look on there. But yeah. As for no padding in it compared to I would show my brother's one if I could find it, and two, that's whether it's clean or not damaged. But here's for the one that he had, it was padded inside, and the outside of this was cotton. And the one good thing about this jacket is that it is going to be hard wearing, and also obviously with the still going to keep you warm as long as you've got something, obviously wearing something pretty decent, like a thin tailored jumper, which is what I tend to wear, or polo necks. That's gonna be fine. But one of the good things about this jacket is that because of the material, which I don't know if you can see, because of the plastic, it's kind of like a vinyl kind of a feel to the actual to the material. But one of the good things about this jacket is that even if it rains, if it doesn't rain too hard, it is going to keep obviously it will keep the rain out. Now obviously if it rains really heavily, like it's been raining in the UK, I'll show you inside the jacket, then also it's not going to keep you completely fully waterproof. But I would say if it's drizzling, then it will be enough. It will be enough to like keep you pretty much keep your chest area cavity dry. You've got a little hook thing there, so you can hook it up, or you can use a coat hanger, so that's all right. As for you've got pockets quite deep on the left and the right side of the breast part of the jacket. You've got obviously zip there. The only the difference between with the with the River Island one is that the River Island one did have inside pockets. Obviously they're going to be thin because obviously the jacket is thin, but this doesn't have any inside pockets, which is fine. Which is fair enough for me. I mean, it would have been nice if it actually did have inside pockets, but it actually doesn't. But I can live. As long I'm just double checking to see if it does. But it definitely doesn't have inside pockets. I'll show you the back. which is pretty much going to be nothing to see really. You got the back of it there, which you can see the back there, which is pretty much just plain. As before, this is going to be very good if you're looking for something that's more of a narrow, tailored fit. As I said before, my brother's one was a lot wider in terms of the actual. Just so I can put this back. In terms of the actual frame of his jacket was bigger than the current one I've got. But the one I've got is a much more narrow fit around the rib cage. So kind of bear that in mind when it comes to it, because I know some people may not want like such a tight fitting jacket. They may want a little bit more room around around the rib cage area. So you might want a wider jacket. So a large might do depending on your frame. But for me, so before, I just wanted them much more tighter, narrow filtered. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. When I tried it on, it felt good, it looked good. I know people have said the same thing. So yeah, I'm really happy with this purchase. I'm looking forward to giving this jacket a good not a good life, because it's a bit of a silly thing to say. I'm looking forward to kind of wearing it and just going out wherever I happen to be. And it's a kind of jacket where even if you're just going around just shopping, or you're going out on a date, or you just going out on a casual, just want to look casual, then this will be the perfect kind of jacket to wear with I'd say with jeans, or even with cargo. A lot of the cargo trousers that you can get, because you get a lot of the cargo trousers where they've got a similar kind of a material or a distressed kind of a look. So this would be perfect if you want to wear a bomber jacket with those cargo pants, with which they do sell in Peacocks and also in River Island as well. But yeah, this is the Peacocks bomber jacket for £32. So if you're interested, check out your local Peacock store, and if you're into this kind of thing, and you know, trust me, you won't go wrong. Or you know, as I said before, if you want a more kind of a shiny look, or the inside pockets, or certain things that you kind of want in it, and River Island one is just as good, I would say. But it's just that for me, these little details for me, the price, the material, and the color, for example, and the color of the is what won me over. So for me, it's happy for me. Maybe it'll be happy for you if you're interested in getting a bomber jacket, or if not, you know, the River Island one is, to me, is just as good. I don't work for either one of them. I just buy what I like that suits me. Anyway, I hope people found this video informative. Please feel free to share with your friends and family. Also, if you can give this video a like, I highly appreciate that. That allows people to find my YouTube channel and YouTube content on the YouTube recommendation page. This is because of the YouTube algorithms favor the bigger YouTubers, so their YouTube channel content get advertised more than us smaller YouTubers. So that would be, I'd be extremely grateful if you can give this video a like. To help me with bringing new views and new subs. Speaking of subs, if you already haven't, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you want to see stuff like this. Video game unboxings, video game playthroughs, Blu-rays, comics. I've got loads of things on my channel that people will be interested in. Just before Christmas, we hit the 500 sub plus mark, and I just want to say thank you to all the subs, old and new. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I'm halfway to nearly 600, so it's nearly there. And obviously, one of the next big milestone will be 1,000. So hopefully, it won't take as long to get to 1,000 to where it took me to get to 500. But you know, baby steps, as I say. Anyway, just leaves me to say, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, please stay warm, and please stay dry. And I'll speak to you again in the next video. Bye for now.